Emotional unavailability, I don't even know what that looks like, but it's looking like you. Shade. Hi angels, welcome back to my channel. Welcome to my channel. For all of my new subscribers, give this video a big thumbs up. Yeah. Smash that like button. That is like something that like vlogger YouTubers say, smash that like button. Like that was so aggressive, but do it anyway. Yeah. I wasn't kidding about that. Also make sure you are following me on Instagram at Aisha Christina Foster. Make sure you are subscribed to my podcast. If you would like a one-on-one consultation with me, make sure that you head to the description box below, okay? Contact me on Wizio. I also have a highlight tab on my Instagram that says need advice, and you guys can just swipe up if that makes your lives like easier. And I think that is really about it. Let's get right on into this video because it's gonna be juicy. Can you make it juicy for me? I'm gonna make it juicy for you. Okay. How to know if somebody is emotionally unavailable. Yeah, let's talk about it. Get into it, yeah. Get into it, yeah. We need to be able to identify the signs, okay? Number one, as we know, inconsistent communication. If somebody is leaving you guessing of, oh my God, when are they gonna hit me up next? You have a problem on your hands. The person that actually wants to communicate with you is going to make it easy. They're going to put in effort, okay? These people, they wanna leave you on edge. To be honest, I mean, they probably don't even care if they're leaving you on edge and make you feel like you have to chase them for attention. People who are emotionally unavailable actually often confuse their partners with their own inconsistent behavior. Now make that make sense. And they normally vacillate between being very hot and cold. And this usually looks like, okay, every single day they're texting you good morning, right? Then one day they just fall off the face of the earth. And then ever since the day that they fall off the face of the earth, well, I'm just gonna assume that they just kept falling because you have to somehow have a search party, okay, to try and pick them back up. And where's Waldo? I don't understand how this happens. And I know this drives us crazy. It's like, wait a second. You mean to tell me that you came into my life? You bothered me? And I said, hey, yeah, like, let's chat, let's talk, let's have a little fun. And then you turn it into, now I'm chasing you. What is happening? That is something that I don't understand. People that are emotionally unavailable are going to constantly vacillate between this type of behavior. Not only are they going to be super inconsistent, which is going to make you do what? It's going to make you want to chase the very beginning of that dynamic, whether that's the first 3 days, whether that's the first week, because their behavior was so incongruous to the first. Let me just start by saying this right now. If somebody's going to do that to you, just stop talking to them. Please take this as a warning. Please, I'm telling you, I've been there and I've done it more times than I'd like to admit. Do not do it to yourself, okay? The first time somebody just falls off the face of the earth, let them continue to fall and let someone else pick them up. Because how is it that working the same job, same hours, because I didn't hear of you getting a promotion, that you have all of a sudden become more busy with the exact same circumstances? Like, LOL, this is literally laughable at this point. Number two, these people avoid emotions at all costs. They seem to have a very limited ability to express themselves. And these people are very frustrating. Why? Because they just don't care about anything at all. And let me tell you this, if they look like they don't care about anything at all, the last thing they're gonna do is care for you, boo. That is the last thing that they're gonna do. And these people do their own thing all the time. It's like they are naturally so selfish that it's odd. It's like, does your brain like not compute that like, I don't know, you share this planet with other people? Like you just naturally have zero concept of other people's existence or what it even looks like to be remotely considerate. And they do this, why? Because they have no emotional regulation of any sort, okay? People that are constantly just doing their own thing, like, okay, here's a good example. You agree to meet up with one of your boys. Yeah. And instead of going up to meet up with one of your boys, you decide in your head, you know what, I don't want to do that anymore. But you don't communicate that to your friend. You just go off and do your own thing. So your friend's calling you, hey bro, where are you, man? And you're just like, oh, come meet me here. But by the time they get there, you decide, wait, I actually want to go somewhere else. So it's like you don't ever consider what anyone else is doing. These people also are very difficult to get in contact with. Yeah. That is something that is very notable. You have to like, just by chance, catch them on a whim that maybe they might answer their phone. Then they might answer your text messages. Why do we deserve to deal with people like that? Sweetie, if you can't hold a conversation, then baby, you can't live life. If you can't seem to hold a decent conversation, and I don't want to hear the excuses, I'm more of like a caller than a texter, then why have I not gotten any calls? I'm confused. Don't fall for that excuse of, I don't really like texting like that, like I'm not really good at conversation. So then how did you ever get my number and how did we even get here? Clown is what you are. You're a clown. Yeah. Number 3. These people are insatiable. They have no idea what they want from you. They want something, but we just don't know what it is. And you know why? Because there's no threshold. Okay? If somebody has no idea what they want from you, and let me tell you something, there's a direct correlation with people like this. People like this, they don't know what they want out of life. Even if they are super successful, they just have like a constant void. So they may fill this void by like having a harem of women around, but they're still very unhappy. Happy people normally do stable things, okay? And they are not constantly in need of extremely stimulating situations because they are happy with their lives. People that constantly need something new and stimulating, okay, are people that have no sort of, emotional regulation. These people also are insatiable people. They just want to feel something, even if it's for the moment. And that is fine. It's just not going to be on my dime, and it's certainly not going to be in my life. And it should not be in yours. Also, these people are very ambiguous and just aloof. You just can't seem to get a straight, you can't seem to get a straight answer out of them. You see how I just cut off my own sentence to start a new thought? That is probably how these people function on a day-to-day basis. It's like everything is a half thought, really, if a thought literally at all. You will spend copious amounts of time trying to please someone that doesn't even know what they want. Okay? Maybe if I hit him up first and like I'm the first one to initiate plans, he'll feel like I care. You're just like stuck battling what is going on in your head and trying to make sense out of someone that is not only emotionally immature, but also extremely, honestly, just a wreck and a tornado, okay? You don't want to get involved with people like this because you know what? They're going to have you on a constant roller coaster. These types of people, emotionally unavailable people, you know what they do? They are constantly looking for issues and flaws in everything because they don't want to be in it. They self-sabotage. They don't want to actually be with, they don't want to be happy. They do, but they do everything to sabotage that. They don't want to connect and bond with you. And these people oftentimes lack a lot of substance. Like I said, they're very aloof, very ambiguous. Everything is a joke. They have to exhaust you with like a million different, jokes before you actually get something substantial out of them. Okay? And believe me, I'm very familiar with this feeling, unfortunately. Okay? Where it's kind of just like, everything is like tongue in cheek with these people. It's like, when are you actually serious? Like, will the real Slim Shady please stand up? I just don't understand this. Like, why is every single thing a joke? Almost to the point where it's annoying because you can tell that all of the humor is just hiding like something. It's giving very much Jabberwockies. You know what that, it's giving that. Okay, that's what it's giving. Google it if you don't know who they are. I just don't understand people like this. It's like, remove the mask. And then what does this do to people that are emotionally sound and sane? I'm noticing that this person is extremely aloof and ambiguous. So maybe I should just dig a little deeper. Maybe I should change the angle in like how I ask this person a question. Whatever the case is, maybe they're just a little shy. Maybe they need me to just, kind of, direct them a little bit more so that they can, open up a little bit more, feel more comfortable. It should not be that much work, okay? You should not have to explain basic human behavior to a grown man, okay? Or any grown human being for that matter. And of course, what do these types of people do? They avoid labels because labels are just way too defining for them because they can't even define themselves. And these people are borderline impossible to get into a relationship with. How? You can't feel anything. So like, their feelings are, contingent on God knows what or even who, okay? You just don't know. And what's actually interesting is sometimes I find that emotionally unavailable people often masquerade as being like fiercely independent and self-sufficient because they don't want to form bonds with people, because to them, people equates to being needy. They don't want to feel like they depend on anyone or whatever the case is. And in turn, they make it impossible for anyone to rely on them too. And because these people are so guarded, it makes them extremely difficult to be around, okay? At the end of the day, if you find yourself identifying with any of these things of someone that is being aloof, they're very ambiguous, you can't tie them down, you can't seem to communicate with them, they went every day talking to you and then one day they ghost, and I'm telling you, please, the day that they ghost you, okay, let them. Do not hey, I just want to check in to make sure that you're okay and that you're alive because you seem to have died. I'm not sure, and I'm not trying to make light of it, but that seems like that may be the case here because I'm confused on what happened. How do you possess the human decency to literally communicate with someone every single day? You know what I mean? I had this guy tell me one time, I think a little like space sometimes from communicating is good. This person spoke to me for a week. And he goes, oh yeah, I think sometimes like space between talking to people is like actually good. And I said, I'm confused because actually I haven't spoken to you in like 4 days. And the initial space that I created that individual then was attempting to punish me for, they're telling me now that, oh, space is good. But the space that I created, honestly, unintentionally, you were mad at. Now you're trying to say, oh no, like space is good. What space do we need? I don't even know you. Nothing has happened between us. We didn't get into an argument. We didn't get into a debate, a fight, nothing. What does that even mean? These people, they don't know what they want. I know, being more of an emotionally sound person, this guy's definitely emotionally unavailable, okay? And you have to make the decision for yourself. All right, it doesn't really seem like this person, because I'm telling you, angels, do not bother wasting your time. You cannot change someone's mind. Every time you try to change someone else, consider how hard it is to change yourself, okay? Think about that. These are qualities and personality traits that you are seeing from grown people that they have been practicing for many years before they met you. That is not going to change only because they met you. They have to, maybe you can bring awareness to them, but they have to be able to change those things on their own, okay? It is not solely your job to try and fix them, and heal their wounds or whatever the case is. If somebody's going to be like that, they're going to be inconsistent. They're going to make you always feel like you have to chase after them to get answers out of them. Unfortunately, what that does show them is I can honestly act however I want. I can communicate with this person and then disappear and still have them communicate with me. That literally means, okay, what's the next step? The disrespect is only going to get more and more potent, okay? That's exactly what's going to happen. So make sure that you are doing your due diligence, okay, to avoid emotionally unavailable people at all costs, okay? That is the end of this video, angels. I hope that you guys have enjoyed it. Do not forget that I love you and God loves you, and I will see you beautiful angels in my next video. And also, if you guys want, let's continue the conversation actually down in the comment section below. I want you to give me a crazy example of a time where a guy has shown emotional unavailability and what you have done to try and chase them. I want to see the stories. I want it to get really juicy in the comment section.